First up on today's show, we have a story by Douglas Burke about Rosh Hashanah.
Next, we have a story by Harrison Lawton about Hurricane Ian.
To finish off the show, we have another episode with Talking Tech with Matt Vilela.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because we have a show that's going to be a good one.
If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Good morning, FHS. Today is day 1 with periods running A, B, C, D, E. I'm Andrew Josefek.
And I'm Logan Swift.
So, Logan, we have a nice long weekend because of Rosh Hashanah.
Spot on. Good thing we have a story by Douglas Burke to tell us about the holiday.
As many of you realized, yesterday we had no school at FHS. This is because of the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, is the first day of Jewish high holy days that occur in late summer/early autumn. The high holy days comprise both of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Rosh Hashanah is a 2-day observance and celebration that begins on the first day of Tristeri, which is the 7th month of the liturgical year. Rosh Hashanah customs include sounding the shofar, a musical instrument made from an animal horn. The shofar is blown at various points during Rosh Hashanah prayers, and it's customary in most communities to have a total of 100 blasts on each day, as prescribed in the Torah, following the prescription of the Hebrew Bible to raise the horn. Its rabbinical customs include attending synagogue services and reciting spiritual literature about Teshuvah, as well as enjoying festival meals. Eating symbolic food is now a tradition such as apples dipped in honey, hoping to evoke a sweet new year. Challah, a Jewish staple, is made round during Rosh Hashanah to symbolize the beginning of a new year and new life. We're going into the year 5783, as the Jewish calendar started in 3761 BCE. Yom Kippur, the other high holiday, only falls 10 days after Rosh Hashanah. We will celebrate that holiday as well at FHS, so we will have October 5th off as well. If you'd like to learn more about Judaism, come down to D206 for Jewish Union every Monday at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Douglas.
Hey, Logan, didn't you report about Hurricane Ian a little while back?
I did, and based off of what I was seeing, it was not looking too good.
Let's take it to Harrison to enlighten us about the storm, how it has changed.
Recently, Hurricane Ian has formed in the Gulf of Mexico. This is devastating news because Hurricane Fiona has already been disastrous enough, moving up to Canada where more destruction is being caused. Hurricane Ian, although not going to hit Puerto Rico, will hit the western tip of Cuba and continue its path up into the U.S. With a looming threat over Florida, Governor DeSantis declared a pre-landfall emergency over the entire state. Ian formed in the Caribbean on Friday and marked as a Category 1 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, with a diameter of 500 miles wide already. DeSantis is recommending that citizens stock up on supplies, but that there isn't a need to panic buy. Hurricane Ian is expected to reach Category 2 within 24 hours, with winds of 105 miles per hour plus. The National Hurricane Center said that the conditions in certain parts of Cuba will start to deteriorate as Hurricane Ian moves closer and closer to the island. On Monday morning, Hillsborough County ordered the residents to evacuate the coastal area, which includes the eastern half of Tampa Bay. According to Adam Doughty, a meteorologist, Tuesday morning may bring the worst of the storm so far and become a very dangerous hurricane. Many hope that the hurricane will hit a wind shear as it closes into the coastline, which will help slow the winds. Hurricane Ian is an example of climate change, scientists say, with its rapid increase in strength and size due to the ocean's temperature rising. And with that, back to the desk.
In recent news, a New Zealand couple is suing Airbnb for $1.3 million because her husband died while using the tub. It is stated that the husband had caught a disease known as Legionnaires disease. Sandra Birmingham is now fighting against the VRU company. Birmingham believes that the tub was contaminated and that the tub was the culprit that took her husband's life. Birmingham states that the jacuzzi had not been properly maintained. Sandra has been fighting for her lawsuit for 6 years since her husband's death in 2016.
Recently in Iran, there have been a lot of protests regarding the recent arrest of a 22-year-old woman, Mahsa Amini, by Iranian mortality police. By for wearing unsuitable attire. She was reportedly beaten to death after being in custody. Over a dozen Iranian cities are protesting the strict rules against women in their attire and want the Islamic Republic to change their dress code. And yeah. Drew, technology these days is getting too hard to keep up with.
Back in my day, we used to communicate by tying a letter to a pigeon.
Alrighty, old hag. Luckily, we have a video by Matt Vilela to catch us up on the technology these days.
Welcome back to a new episode of Talking Tech. This is your host, Matt Vilela. And now today, I'm going to be showing you a hobby. It's a hobby that's coming up. You may have heard about it. It's called keyboard building. So many of you guys may not like the sound of your keyboard at the moment, but it can be enhanced per se. So let's take it right back to past Matthew, and he'll show you how to build a keyboard. This right here is my first mechanical keyboard. It's the Epomaker Skylong 60% random keyboard I found off Amazon about 2 years ago, and it did me well. I foam modded it, it's got tape mod, and unfortunately they have Gatoron brown switches. And I'm tired of the 60% keyboard. So here are the parts to a keyboard. You have, obviously, the keycaps, like this. And so this is the inside of a mechanical keyboard. As you can see, these are the switches. These are the switches that actuate. This right here is the switch. Right? These are called Gatoron brown switches, and you can hear them right here. Right here is the PCB, where all the tech happens, inside the keyboard. These PCBs have a special feature called hot swap, so they can take any other switches, pull them out, and put them back in. Here is the Keychron V1, a 75% mechanical keyboard compared to the 60% mechanical keyboard that I had before. So let's take a look. Here it is. This is the new keyboard. As you can see, here's the PCB. Here are the switches I'm using. They are linear Jwick blacks. Here's what they sound like. So you just put it in, and just like that, you can start. Now, isn't that beautiful? Every single one of these switches are working. Now, on to the tricky part. Boom. And that's how you make a keyboard. Here's how it sounds. It goes. Well, that's all we have for you today in the tech world. Just let me know if you like this video. I had fun making it, and I hope you like watching it. Well, until next time, this has been Matt Vilela. Let's take him back to the desk.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Flyer News. You can rewatch this and any other broadcasts again on our YouTube channel and watch them on the FEC TV tab on the school's website.
Also, check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Framingham High Studios.
But don't move, because we have the latest edition of The Early Bird, hosted by Casey Brewer and Zach Troderman. For Flyer News, I'm Andrew Josefek.
And I'm Logan Swift.
Have a nice hump day, Flyers.
Daylight come and me want go home. Work all night and a drink a rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till the morning come. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and
come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Daylight come and we want go home.
Live
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and we want go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come.
I am the fountain of affection. I'm the instrument of joy. And to keep the good times rolling, I'm the boy, I'm the boy. You know the world could be our oyster if you just put your trust in me. 'Cause we'll keep the good times rolling. Wait and see, wait and see. Oh, wait and see. There's exultation, there's sweet disintegration, a few discolorations, then it comes along. Up is what he chooses, the kisses and the bruises, there ain't nothing he refuses, then it comes along, it comes along. And I am lifted, I am lifted, when I'm up I can't get down. Can't get down, can't get level. When I'm up, I can't get down. Get my feet back on the ground. When I'm up, I can't get down. Can't get down, can't get level. When I'm up, I can't get down. Get my feet back on the ground. He just needs something to find him, something to wind him up. It won't take long to find him when it comes on strong. Nice guys are winning. Lights are spinning, night is just beginning, and then it comes on strong, it comes on strong, and I am lifted, I am lifted, when I'm up I can't get down, can't get down, can't get level, when I'm up I can't get down, get my feet back on the ground, when I'm up I can't get down, can't get down, can't get level, when I'm up I can't get down, get my feet back on the ground. Oh, I can't get down. Oh no, 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 I can't get down. Oh, it comes on strong, and I am lifted. It comes on strong. I am lifted, when I'm up I can't get down, can't get down, can't get level. When I'm up I can't get down, get my feet back on the ground. When I'm up I can't get down, can't get down, can't get level. When I'm up I can't get down. Get my feet back on the ground. Oh, I can't get down. Oh no, 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 I can't get down. Oh no, I can't get down.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Casey Brewer. Zach is running a bit late, so I'm going to start this episode off by myself. We have some phenomenal guests on the show today, and I cannot wait to get to interview them. So sit back, relax, take a sip of coffee, because this is the Early Bird. Today we have the FHS cross-country team for an interview, but currently Zach is on a run right now through Framingham on his way to Framingham High. He actually ran into somebody, so now I'm being told We're going live in the streets with Zach.
I'm with one of 4 cross-country captains, Sam Burgess, right now. He's not known as only one of the fastest kids in the state, but the whole country. I'd like to think of him nationally ranked as in high school. I'd like to think I'm a really good host. Not as good as you at running. Oh, you're really helpful, Sam, I gotta say. I have to know that. How have you sustained this level of success?
I've always tended to enjoy running, and then I feel like over COVID, I just started to run a lot more.
That makes sense. Over COVID, I was sitting on the couch a lot, I would say. So since you're so fast, do you really need to like use a car, or do you need a car, or do you just like run around everywhere?
I do drive a car.
Oh,
yeah, surprisingly.
Are you faster than the car, or no?
Not
No. One day though.
maybe.
Well, oh, looks like we made it to FHS. All right, let's go.
All right, guys. Wow. Zach, I'm at a loss for words right now. Believe it or not, folks, that was just the beginning of the episode. Truly awesome. Zach, you made it. How was the run? How was it?
It was really green, I gotta say. Really green. But if you want to see the real runners of the school, look no further than the cross-country captains, including Sam Burgess. We have Chloe Mills, we have Drew Hohenstein, me DeMore, and Sam Burgess. Drew couldn't make it today. He's stuck in traffic right now.
He's stuck
but
in
we got
traffic.
the rest of them.
He should have ran. That's what he should.
Great to have you guys all on. I'm not too big on running myself, as you saw over there. I was kind of running a little slow for my usual. A lot of people in the school aren't too keen on running either, so let's shed some light on that issue. Like, what are your favorite parts of running long distance?
I really like it because it's really relaxing for me, and I just get to like just run and think and do whatever, and you can just like you don't need a car to get anywhere. For me,
I drive everywhere. It does seem really peaceful. The breeze, you know, everything about that seems really peaceful.
All right. Is there like a technique that makes you run faster? I suppose, give you more endurance. I'm trying.
Like pregame rituals. Anything.
I'm trying to improve my mile, and I would like to know.
Anything?
I would say one of the things that I focus on is like keeping your breathing under control. At least for me in a race, if that gets out of control, then everything else just goes downhill from there.
That's definitely good to know. I could tell my middle school self that running the 18-minute mile in Mr. Newcomb's class. I always see like on the Instagram all these pictures of the team. Right, looks a lot of fun. Pretty large team.
Big team.
From what I understand, at least. And they're having fun running or at these different events. Tell us about like the cross-country community and like the togetherness of all of it.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, definitely a huge part of cross-country is like the community, and I feel like it's all like really good people, and that's why I feel like for me, like I've been able to stay in cross-country for so long.
Definitely. I know here at Framingham High Studios we have like a really nice tight-knit community. It makes teams, clubs, all the much better. Casey, you want to get the last question here?
Yeah, so obviously we're all tired about talking about running here, clearly. So let me ask you, and there is a right and wrong answer. How many classrooms are in the FHS building? Here, put your answer. What?
I don't have the sticky notes. What do you think?
What do you guys think? How many classrooms are there?
Take a guess. It could be anything.
I'm gonna say 122.
122.
That's a really good guess.
Mia, how many?
I'm gonna say 141.
123.
123. Oh.
Do you have an answer?
Well, those are some great answers, I'll say. Now, the answer. Well, I don't know the answer. No one really does. I'm sure some people in the school do, but I like the guesses. Those are really good. But now we're gonna send it over to the pledge with Andrew Feinblatt.
Oh, he loves it.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest clean waters. This land was made for you and me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remember, if you go to the link in our bio at Framingham High Studios, you can sign up to make an announcement, or you can sign up to be a guest as well. This is a classic. Every guest, we got the photo, and we have the Sharpie. Please. Let's get some signatures. Silver Sharpie. Let's get some signatures on that one.
That's a rare, like, limited edition Sharpie.
I just think it looks cooler when it has the announcement.
So while they're signing that for the War Wall of Fame, we're going to go to announcements.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing.
FHS Sewing Club is meeting today in F122 right after school. Remember to sign up for late buses if you need them.
Buenos días a todos. Hoy nosotros nos reunimos en F122 para el club de costura y no se olviden para registrarse para el bus de después de escuela. Muchas gracias.
Good morning, Flyers. Just another reminder, this week we have the first meeting of GSA. It's going to be an introductory meeting, so we'll go over the basic rules, introduce everyone to each other, and then we're going to do a fun game afterwards. Remember, anyone can come. It'll be tomorrow at 8 to 15 right after school. We hope to see you there.
Hi, everyone. Right after school in each summer.
Meet at A114 at 2 can be given.
Hey everyone, Ping Pong Club is having a meeting today, 2 to 3 in the back gym. Make sure to come. Bring your friends.
Guys,
Drew came in.
Drew showed up, don't worry. He pulled up, so we got all these signatures, thank God.
We're running a little late right now. That's the show. If you want to watch this episode or any other previous episodes, check the YouTube at Framingham High Studios. That's all from us this morning. The early bird gets what, Casey?
The worm, of course.